Hi friends, welcome back. And today we're going to be taking a look at these two, okay, as we continue to deveil the Marvel, okay? Now here we take a look at the bones, the skeletons of public figures to help crack and crumble these illusions they've cast upon us and lift the veil and the scales from our eyes. Please do not show hate to anyone anywhere for any reason. We do not know these people, therefore we definitely do not hate them. I might be called Duchess Delusional, but I am certainly not delusional. Now, what can we see here? Well, we can see Mr. Evans has that more upside down egg shape to the skull. Mr. Downey as well. We can also see their shoulders look a little more slopey than, is that a word, slopey, than squared. Also, it kind of looks like it's hard to tell though, so let's just skip to the next photo. Oh, we can see that they have larger foreheads. Not that they're large foreheads, but they're not short foreheads, okay? They look like mine, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Mr. Evans here has that more upside down egg shape to the skull, not much in the necktie area going on. The beard is really helping, okay, it is helping, but we can see he has a bit of the close set features and the forehead that comes straight down as well as the low set ears. Now here he is. Now this looks like it's AI, but it's actually, well, it's probably, I mean, it's highly edited, but I saw many photos of him. It's a scene from a movie, so it's not, it is real, okay? All right, so V-shaped clavicle going on. The hips are technically as wide as the shoulders, although he's got packed on the pounds of muscle, so it makes it more difficult to tell. We can see the, a bit of the curved shape, and yeah, that's all we can, oh, the arms are akimbo. They're hanging out to the side, not straight down. Okay, so let's take a look at the skulls. Women have the more upside down egg-shaped skull. Now this is kind of confusing because they made the female skull look bigger than the male, even though it's not. The female skull is smaller with closer set features because it is smaller, okay? Women's foreheads come straight down or they are flat, all right? Men have a square, blockier jaw with wider set eyes. They have a brow ridge present that women do not have, and the skull generally slopes backwards. See where the women's comes straight down. Men have the higher cheekbones, okay, ladies? So when we see these cheekbones that are so high, we want them, there's a reason we do not have them. All that glitters ain't gold. And on the cover of Girly Q magazine, we can see here again with the V-shaped clavicle, although the way he's standing is making it look like they're pushing him straight, but we know what's up. Okay, so we can see the upside down egg-shaped skull, the closer set features. We can really see the shape of that skull now that the beard is trimmed down some, and the low set ears and the forehead that comes straight down. Okay, so men have a straight spine and women have a curved S-shaped spine. It curves at the top and at the bottom. This is not the best diagram. Okay, so men have a straight clavicle bone. It's generally straighter. It doesn't always have to be straight. That's why it's important to know all these markers, because you can begin to stack them. But once you know it, right? Okay, women have V-shaped clavicle. It's a smaller, shorter bone, and it's not as thick, okay? Men have a vertical pelvis and a smaller Q angle, which is between the hips and the femur. That causes this femur to come down straight, and there's plenty of spacing between these two walking sticks for the male anatomy. Whereas women have a wider, larger hips and pelvis with a larger Q angle right here, and that causes our femurs to be angled and our knees come closer together, and therefore we walk 1 foot in front of each other, or as I call it, the crisscross applesauce, and not exaggerated like some people try to emulate, like the models. Okay, here we can see the shoulders are more sloping. We can also see this is a common pose that these male celebrities will use to help create the illusion. Now here we can see the curved S-shaped spine. It is curving around at the top and in at the bottom, and he has that pelvic tilt, okay? So he has a lower set belly button, a forehead that comes straight down, and his arms hang akimbo. They do not hang straight down, they hang akimbo. Now here he is walking with the inline footfall. That angled femur is bringing this foot in front of the other one. The hips are as wide as the shoulders, V-shaped clavicle, and the arms are hanging akimbo. Sorry, that last picture got cut off, but still the same thing going on here with the inline footfall, the crisscross applesauce, and those arms are really hanging out to the sides. Now here he is walking again with that inline footfall, the crisscross applesauce. He has that smaller skull, and again with the more sloping shoulders and the arms that hang out to the side and not straight down. And again here with the inline footfall, that leg is swinging out and around. Now here he is going down the stairs, and that leg is swinging out to descend the stairs. And I've talked about this in many other videos, all right? It's not knees together, knees punching forward. It's swinging out and around. Whereas her knees are knees punching forward like a toy soldier down the stairs. Now let's take a look at this silly guy. Okay, now we can see that more upside down egg shape to the skull. He has the forehead that comes straight down, a bit of the close set features. Now here we can really see that curved S-shaped spine. It's curving in at the bottom and rounding up at the top. Also a bit of the lack of jawline and the forehead that comes straight down. Here, I'm like, is that him? What the heck? He looks so different. But we can again see that curved S-shaped spine, the forehead that comes straight down, the arms are hanging akimbo. And again here, it really shows the curved S-shaped spine. Oh, here he was really young, and he does have that more upside down egg-shaped skull, closer set features, and the V-shaped clavicle. Now, I know some ladies find both these men very attractive. They're not my taste, but I know they are aesthetically pleasing, but it's just not my type. I mean, we certainly know that now, right? And here he is walking with that super crisscross applesauce. That angled femur is bringing that front foot in front of the other one. Again, with the lack of jawline and the forehead that comes straight down. Here he is again with that super duper inline footfall. And the arm hangs akimbo. And again here with the crisscross applesauce. One more time for the inline footfall. Also the more rounded shoulders, they're not really squared, they're more rounded or sloping. Now here he is stepping off. Okay, and notice how the leg is turned. Okay, the leg is having to open wide to step down the stairs. All right, it's not knees punching forward. The leg is actually turning. That is due to the mechanics of the larger hip and pelvis and that Q angle, baby. Okay, and we'll just end here with the hips are as wide as the shoulders, the inline footfall, and that curved S-shaped spine. So I hope this has been helpful in some ways, but you don't need to believe me because I'm just a silly lady on the internet that says bones don't lie, people do. Bye.